Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, potentially. What's going on, everybody? Liam here from Teal. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, I wanted to go over 4 ways you can use AI and ChatGPT specifically as you're applying to jobs. We're going to go over tailoring your resume to a job description. We're going to go over writing a cover letter with ChatGPT, prepping a really solid email that you can use to follow up with a hiring manager, and we're also going to update our LinkedIn profile. Now, before we jump in, one of the things we always like to recommend whenever we use ChatGPT to save time in our job search is that the results that we get from ChatGPT are not our end game results. For example, you don't want to immediately take the results from ChatGPT and copy them right to your resume. Even though ChatGPT is really smart, there's no way it could possibly know every little detail about your career. That's something only you know, so you want to make sure that you're vetting the results. Use ChatGPT results not as the end game, but as the starting point. Just wanted to make sure that was clear, but with that being said, let's dive in. The first way we're going to use ChatGPT is tailoring our resume here to this job description. We have Tina Miller's resume. Tina is our demo candidate. She's a marketing specialist, and so over here we have a marketing role. In ChatGPT, you want to give it this prompt right here: tailor my resume to this job description for a job title, role at company. Now, of course, we obviously know our title, so we want to copy that in, and we also know the company, so we're going to copy that in as well. Then hit Shift Enter twice to go down a couple lines, and right below the prompt, we want to copy in the entire job description. Here we go, there's the end. Right click, copy. Over in ChatGPT, right click, paste. We're going to grab our resume here that we've made within Teal, right click, copy. Over in ChatGPT, right click, paste. Everything looks good. We're going to go ahead and hit run, let it think, enjoy the writing out of the results. All right, and with that, we have our ChatGPT results. Now, what exactly did it do here? When we say tailor a resume to a job description, what we mean is how can we rewrite our current experience that we do have listed in a way that's going to make sense for this specific role. That's going to be things like getting in the specific keywords from this job description and using them in our resume with our achievements, in our professional summary, and in our skills section. And if we look at our ChatGPT results, we have our contact information up here, which we never give ChatGPT because we don't want to give ChatGPT our personal information. We have our rewritten professional summary using the keywords from the job description. If you go down a bit, we have our rewritten achievements, and what you might find in our case, what we're looking at here, some of the achievements are actually identical to what we already have written. That's because we've already gone through with our achievements and made them really strong for a marketing position. But maybe if you're writing your resume or updating it for the first time in a long time, these ChatGPT results can be a really good starting place and give you a good idea of how you can rewrite your current achievements. Let's keep going on ChatGPT results. Like we said at the beginning, we want to make sure these results are actually accurate. And again, like we said at the beginning, this is a starting place. So for example, led a team of 5 marketing associates that grew member engagement by 90% in 12 months. Did you actually do that? You don't want to lie on your resume. Again, this is a starting place. So if you need to change some metrics like the success metric or the duration, definitely do that before submitting your resume. That would be not good to have something that you didn't do. And down here in skills, this is going to be another great place where we're using a lot of the keywords from the job description. This is good for things like in ATS that might be flagging specific keywords. And again, because we want to be honest, do you actually have skills in these areas? Yes or no? If yes, fantastic. Moving on over. So once you have results from ChatGPT that you like, for example, if we take this top achievement here, we want to copy them. In our resume builder, we want to add an achievement under this role. We can paste in the ChatGPT results, and we're just going to do that for every result that we like. Next achievement, paste in, save, and our third achievement. Add an achievement, paste, and save. And that's the idea behind using ChatGPT to tailor your resume to a job description. Let's move on. The next thing we want to do with ChatGPT is have it write a cover letter for this position. Our prompt here in ChatGPT is going to be write a conversational cover letter for a job application as a position at company using my resume below as a reference. Now, once again, we want to copy in the specific title, and we also want to copy in the company, and we want to have it reference our resume. So we're going to copy in our whole resume once again, right below the prompt, hit go, let it think out the results, and we have our results. So let's take a look. First thing to note is Dear Hiring Manager here at the top. Obviously, we didn't give ChatGPT a name, so it's not going to know a name. We want to make sure to go find that and really personalize the letter before we submit it. But looking at the body of the cover letter, since we gave ChatGPT our resume as a reference, all the information here should be really accurate. But once again, just read it through, make sure the information is accurate, success metrics, durations, skills, and achievements. Just make sure it's, correct. Now, say this information here is all all good. One more thing that we want to add ourselves is a bit more information about the company. In our example here, our role is with Grammarly. So what we want to do is just go read a bit about Grammarly. We want to check on things like what the company values, things like company culture. You can find that on their LinkedIn profile. You can also go straight to their website. But whatever you find that you do like, work it into your cover letter. Your cover letter is the personal side where your resume is your technical side. Your resume already has all your awesome skills and achievements listed. You don't need to reiterate everything on your cover letter. It's definitely a good idea to include some things, but your cover letter should have more about the specific role you're after. What about it specifically are you really excited about? What about the company specifically are you really excited about? That's where the impact of a cover letter really shines. So you have your ChatGPT results, you have your homework, you're gonna get those in together, and then once you're happy with your results, take the results, go back to your job listing here within Teal. We have a little notes tab, and you can paste the cover letter in for easy access. The next way we're going to use ChatGPT in applying to jobs is writing a really awesome follow-up email. We're updating our roles in our job tracker. We've applied, we've waited a week, now it's time to follow up. So in ChatGPT, our prompt is going to be write a persuasive 50-word follow-up email for a job application for the job title you applied for at the company name where you applied to the name of the hiring manager. Once again, you want to actually fill in these placeholder details before you run the prompt. In our instance, it's okay to keep these placeholders. We're just going to run the results. And let's take a look at the results. Subject line, enthusiastic candidate follow-up. You could probably just really say your name and candidate follow-up. Enthusiastic is pretty obvious, I would say. But looking at the rest here, dear name of hiring manager. Obviously, of course, we want to address the follow-up email to the actual name of the hiring manager. That's always a good idea. Reading the body here, I hope this email finds you well. I'm excited about the job title you applied for, role at company name where you applied, and wanted to follow up on my application. So far, so good. I'm confident that my skills and passion align with your team's objectives, and I'd love the opportunity to contribute to company's name success. A note of feedback for ChatGPT results where it says passion align with your team's objectives. It's absolutely okay to specify out what those objectives are. Any place where you can not generalize and be specific is a really good idea, and here that's definitely one of those places. Ending it off here with a please let me know if you require any additional information. Looks great. Best regards, your name. Always sign off. And with just those couple notes of feedback, this looks really good, so you can copy the whole thing out. Over in your job tracker, you can paste it in under your notes if you would like. Otherwise, throw that into an email, send off your follow-up, and there you go. Now, the last place we want to use ChatGPT to help apply to jobs is updating our LinkedIn profile. Now, we've actually made an entire video on this subject already. It's on our channel. If you would like to check it out, you can click at the top right of the screen, the little card that'll fly out right now, or you can also head to the link in the description. We don't want to hold you up by going over everything again in this video, so head there if you want to check it out. We go over our LinkedIn headline here. We go over updating our about section, our work experience, and also generating some LinkedIn messages. It's a great video if I do say so myself, so go check it out. And that is the fourth way that you can use ChatGPT to save some time and help with applying to jobs. Well, thank you so much for your time today. We hope you enjoyed yourself. Drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. And if you're not familiar with the Teal platform, check out the links below to get started. Thank you again. See you again soon.